Hi, Sian. How are you today?
I'm not too bad, thank you.
You're not too bad. I assume that you got my email that outlined why we're having this meeting today.
Yes.
Yes, yeah. It's okay. Don't worry. We're having this meeting so that we can work together to try and improve, the problems that have been happening. So, we're having this discussion openly about improvement and current tasks and things like that to try and achieve a goal, all right? So I'm just going to go through in a little bit more detail about what Pump for Life wants to do. So obviously we've had a meeting as managers with the CEOs and the heads of the whole company about what they'd like to achieve. And this is just a background, and obviously you're a small part, but part of a big team that, everyone's tasks help to achieve these
We've got to
goals.
work together, yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, they want one of their goals to be the most used 24-hour gym across the state. So that's a big one. Then also we're going to put some new gyms placed in growth corridors as well. And finally, we're going to try and double the amount of gyms in the greater city area as well. So there's some big goals that they've put in to achieve. So we're going to do most of this by providing extra benefits to those who are purchasing annual memberships. And obviously your task of processing those memberships comes into play with achieving that.
Okay.
So we've also implemented some new programs. We've got a new dietitian, and we would like to implement a childcare into a select amount of gyms. So obviously not all of that is reflective of your specific tasks as an employee, but just so that you've got a whole background on what it is that we're trying to achieve. So let's move forward on to you as an employee. And obviously we've got a bit of background and feedback from other managers. Some are extremely impressed with your performance and some not so much. So I'll let you have a bit of input, but let me just tell you what feedback I've had. A lot of managers are very impressed with the spreadsheets that you've been doing. They've really helped in minimising time, allowed them to get tasks completed a lot quicker, more efficiently and effectively. But we've had a downfall with your main role as processing memberships, and you're about 2 months behind. So what's your...
Sorry, it's just that I do enjoy the spreadsheets.
Yeah.
But I know that I should be doing better with the other, and I will try. I think what I need to do is set some time aside and just
So
allocate and follow through on that.
And do you think that maybe it's just because you do enjoy the spreadsheets that you've let your tasks go, and it's not that you don't necessarily like it, it's just that you enjoy it?
I really enjoy the spreadsheets, but I do like the membership things, but it's just...
having the balance?
So what I think I should do is say, right, each morning
you do so.
I do the membership thing, and then allow myself maybe some time in the afternoon, but obviously my priority should be...
Yeah, that's correct. I'm happy with that, and I'm glad that you understand, because I think it's really important to have your understanding and commitment to moving forward and to your role as well. So I do appreciate that a lot. Now, I've put together a bit of a performance management plan, which I did send to you in the email, but let's just go over it now. Again, I've just addressed the organisational goals, which is, being the most used 24-hour gym, the new gyms in place, having those, and doubling the amount of gyms. Obviously, for you and your role within achieving those goals will be to process new memberships within 3 days. Do you believe that to be achievable for you?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we've now got to address how to manage that, time management and organisation skills, but do you think that's an achievable goal?
It should be. I mean, as I say, if I
can sit down
and organise the time,
yep.
which I have to, obviously, because that's what I'm employed to do.
Yep.
So,
yeah. We want you to maintain accurate records of those memberships as well.
Obviously,
yeah. Yeah, which I think it's all obviously a combination together. It all falls from one another. So if you process them in time and look with your spreadsheets, they're beautiful. You definitely have the ability to maintain those accurate records. So I don't believe it's going to be too much of an issue. But I've also put in this management plan, within doubling the amount of gyms, we're going to need some more employees. So I've also put in here, because I believe that, you do have such a great innovative side, I want to be able to implement that into your work, which we haven't been able to do in the past. But I can tell that's what you're striving to want to do. I'd like you to, and we're going to try and implement it into your job role, you to be able to educate others on how to use and create spreadsheets.
Oh, that'd be,
I'd
like that.
Yeah. I'm not sure if we'll necessarily be able to do it on a daily basis, but possibly even a fortnightly or a monthly basis, and we'll allocate time according to how things are progressing.
Yeah.
Now, I've also written in here with the review period, so we've put in the date of the 5th, so the same date as today, but in November, to be able to try and catch up on the memberships that you're behind on and also move forward. We are probably going to have someone assist you with that because you are so far behind, but we will get there. And I know that, with your with encouragement from me and your ability and your understanding of your position, we will get there. So maintaining accurate records follows on with that as well. I've also tried to set a time for that because I think it will help in achieving the goal, having a time period for that as the 5th of November too. Now, educating others to use the spreadsheets, I've given more time for that because it's going to take time to find out where we can fit it in and how we can make it work.
And I've got to get on top of...
Yeah, once we get on top of that, it's sort of an incentive for you to be able to get on top of your work, and once we do that, we can really get you back into those spreadsheets and helping others and teaching. And we hope to achieve that by March next year. So that's 6 months because we've got the holiday period over, December and January, and if possible, we can do that beforehand, but it just depends on how the other tasks are moving forward.
Yeah, I've got to get up to date. I understand that.
Yeah. Okay, beautiful. All right, so that's yours. We've got the team goals as well, which we need to address. Obviously, there's your team members, Tony, Sally and Ashan. Sally is actually a new employee who's going to facilitate the childcare in the new centres. So that's just so you're aware of that, their goals as well. And Tony, he is also required to process phone calls as well. So there's definitely, there's more to just achieving these goals than just your role.
Yeah.
Just so you're aware of the background, we're all working together to achieve these operational level goals. Okay?
No, I understand.
All right. So, other than that, have you got any more feedback on, moving forward? What do you suggest you might think, or any skills that you might think that you might want to work on to
just the time management will be the most important thing, and sorting that out.
Yeah.
Because once I set out how to do it.
And I don't think it's that you're lacking too much in organisation or time management, because I believe you have a good background of that. It's more so just, reiterating it and getting on top of your current work, because you have lacked in that because you've been so keen to get on to do the other things.
Yes.
But I want you to be able to focus and engage on your job and to have job satisfaction, because I think that's really important.
I think, basically once I get back into the doing it, and I acknowledge that I have let it down, I'm sorry, but once I get back into that, I think I'll be right.
Okay, all right. Well, what we'll do is we'll sit down and work through some ideas for a development plan. So this is basically an agreement for you and I moving forward to understand what you agree to take on. So obviously you know what your role is, but as you said, let's put some skills down, and we're going to say that we're going to process memberships within 3 days of the application.
I will certainly try, yes.
And we're going to try and achieve that through time management skills that I hope to be able to teach to you as well, through some more coaching sessions. Okay. We're going to try and maintain accurate records, as you had mentioned, which follows on from processing those memberships.
And that's so important, I understand.
Yeah, and that sort of comes from organisation and utilising those spreadsheets that you're so good at creating. Then I want to try and improve your focus and engagement skills and sticking to a task, which is going to come from those time management skills.
Yeah.
No. And as you indicated before, being happy with your job. And that's why I really want to implement your time to innovate, to create those spreadsheets and possibly teach that to people, because I think you've got that skill to do that. So if you're happy with that, I'll just get you to sign off on that. And what we will do is revisit how we're going in, say, we'll probably meet in another month, but our goal is to achieve some of these by November. But if we meet in a month and address what's happening, obviously, if you have any concerns, we'll communicate those in between times. But we'll book in some training sessions and coaching sessions as well. But in terms of the review, we'll meet in another month, discuss how you're going, how you think your how your timeline is in achieving the goals and moving forward with your current tasks.
No, thank you. I appreciate that.
No worries. Yeah. I think as long as we work...
I don't think there will be a problem. I've just got to...
Yeah. And that's fine. And that's why we're going to work together to achieve the outcome. And,
Thank you.
Thank you, Ashan. And I really appreciate your time. And look forward to working with you to get better.
I appreciate your input and